All right, guys, welcome back to another video today. We are actually going to be talking about this truck. So we'll fire it up real quick. I haven't fired it up in about, I want to say a week now. It's just been chilling here. So, see if it starts. It's probably going to make a smoke show. Because every time this thing cold starts, it does make it does get a little smoky. Anyways, we're gonna get this thing warmed up, get it to stop smoking. And we're gonna go for a little drive, and then we're gonna find a little spot, get a video, and explain kind of where the truck's at now, and kind of show you guys the final, or at least final. I still got some stuff I want to do to it, but it's drivable, and I've been moving it back and forth and doing stuff with it, so it's mostly like 90% done now. So I'll make a video about that, talk about a little bit. Unfortunately, my old phone broke on me, and so I got a new phone that I'm recording on, but a lot of my old shit wasn't backed up through iCloud, so yeah, a lot of my videos are gone. So we'll have to kind of go through a bunch of stuff on the truck and kind of catch you guys up from part 2 and show you guys where we're at now. But yeah, starting to clear up, so we'll give it a little 5 more minutes, let her warm up good, and then we'll take a little drive, find a little spot, take some videos, pictures, and whatnot. I'll try to show you guys kind of how she drives. There's first, there's second, there's third, there's fourth, fifth, it's kind of hard to record one hand and then shift and steer with one hand, but whoa. Alright, trying going down there. Hopefully there's no people. Find a place where you can record. But yeah, first and second gear of these things is super short. Show it again. Here's first. That's first, second, third. But turbo noises, oh yeah. Y'all hear that shit? Come on now. Come on now. Sheesh. I'm also a little sick, so I'm not feeling the best. But alright. Let's get a little video of old girl. Oh. Reverse. Forward. A little video right about here. Yeah, this will be alright. Hit brake down. We'll leave it on. Let's go talk about this thing. Alright, so here she is. I might turn it off because that thing's making noise. The truck's kind of loud. There we go. All right, so anyways, there she is. 98 Chevy Silverado OBS, sim cap dually, as you guys can see. This thing's come a long way from when I got it. Like I said, it sucks. Unfortunately, I lost all my shit from, you know, last video I uploaded to now the truck being done. That's just a big gap. I mean, there's a lot that we skipped on, but I'll do my best to kind of give you like a quick rundown on it. Obviously, as you guys can see, I got the front end on. I'm driving it and stuff, but we'll leave interior for last. Let's start with the engine bay. That's kind of where we left off at. Last time, I had just barely got it started through touching some wires on the battery and shit. And now, we have almost everything done. I still got some wiring loom I'm waiting to get, like kind of like this, some engine harness wiring loom, so I can loom all this up, make it look nicer. But yeah, this thing's come a long way. Like all these wires, that looks crappy, all that stuff down there. But yeah, so I guess we'll start. Obviously, Cummins 12 valve from a 92 Dodge with the same 5-speed get drag, whatever you want to say it, manual transmission that came out of that same truck. Yeah, so wiring, I just got rid of all the stock ECU, all the, you know, 350 gas engine harness. I got rid of all that shit. I left the fuse box, and all I did was come down here and I tapped into a couple of my 12. All your pinks are 12 volt keyed, and then your oranges are hot all time. So, you know, you got to figure out what you need power to all the time too, and then what you only need power when you turn the key on. Whatever you need, so you tap into, and it really ain't that hard. I kind of went in more detail back then, but obviously lost the footage. So, yeah, but for these engines, you need the fuel shutoff solenoid, which is right there. Oh, whoa, this thing zooms in pretty good. All right, right there. That's your fuel shutoff solenoid. So that needs 12 volt keyed. Other than that, you need, I got a voltage regulator for the alternator. So that's a quick start voltage regulator. It comes with this little harness, and you hook it up here, right? So you hook up the red and black, and then the black and red to these two. You have a ground here. I have another ground right there going to the frame, and then you have your power stud, and this cable or this wire goes to the battery, and that's your charge wire to charge your battery. You need the regulator so it keeps your battery charged at 14.7 and not overcharge it or whatever, because I guess these stock trucks, the ECU regulated the voltage for the alternator. So since we have no ECU, you need the voltage regulator. Other than that, you need wiring for the starter. So if you look down there, that's your starter. All right, you got the fat one, you got the little one. Fat one goes to the battery, well, right there. Little one, that one runs up here. You got to splice into this purple wire, and this purple wire runs and goes back into here, and it goes into my little momentary switch push button thing. And so what I do, I just open the key, that sends 12 volt power to whatever needs 12 volt power, push the button, and that's gonna, you know, jab the starter, and then it's gonna turn on, and then after it's on, you let off the button, obviously, and that's it pretty much. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of wiring. Grounds, you know, obviously you get plenty of grounds. So I got grounds off of from the battery to the frame, from the battery to the engine, from the engine to the frame, in different locations. They're kind of hard to see now because of, you know, everything being put in, but there's one down there that goes to the battery. One of these goes to the frame. I forget where the one from the, I don't know where it's at. I think it might have been back there. But long story short, not many wires to get this thing going. After that, obviously, you put your battery in here. Core support. The radiator core support, I put it back in. I had to chop it up. You kind of see it used to be straight, and I chopped it up to make space for the Dodge radiator, which this is an aftermarket one that comes with an E-fan. So it's a nice little unit. I had the stock radiator, but that one ended up breaking from that inlet, so I had to buy this one already. So yeah, so we had to make some clearance here for the radiator. I did also cut the bottom of the radiator core support. You can kind of see that's the frame, and that's where you kind of see where I cut it. So the radiator right now is basically sitting on the frame. Under there I put some rubber, kind of like here too, so it's not going to be messing it up or rattling. But yeah, because this thing is tall, this thing would have stuck up too much. That's what I did to make the radiator work. Other than that, factory Dodge coolant hoses, both of these. The E-fans, obviously I wire that up. It comes with this harness and a relay, so you just wire that up to a 12 volt, the same thing, not too hard. I'm using this, goes into here, which, I could really just make this go straight down, but, cold side, so obviously stock turbo, stock elbow, and all this piping and stuff, intercooler is all from the 92 Dodge truck that I got. So all this got reused. You can kind of see right there where I chopped up the radiator core support, same thing, make clearance for the intercooler. It's kind of hard to see, but it's back there. Yeah, it's black. I mean, you really can't see it, but that's the intercooler. Same thing over here. Had to make some clearance right there. You can't see. Made some clearance for the inlets and the piping, and then this pipe is all factory. I did have to bang it up here because it's very close to the brake master slave cylinder, so I had to bang it up and put some tape there. But you can kind of see it's a little offsetted from that right there, but nothing bad, nothing crazy. To get away with, I mean, almost a whole lot of this is all factory Dodge stuff, and it fits pretty damn good. I mean, look at the back of the valve cover, back of the head. It's pretty damn good fit me here. I did do an oil change on it, so Mobil 1 oil filter, and then T6 Rotella, I think it's like 1540 or 540, I forget. I think it took like almost 2 gallons and some change. I think it's like 14 quarts almost. Other than that, I made these little brackets for the radiator. So these were the factory brackets for the old radiator. They had some little legs that came this way. I just chopped that up. You can see kind of where I chopped it up, made them straight. And then over here, I just bent them, gave them a little claw, little 90, so they hug on this. And that's kind of how I did that. Trying to think what else. I know I'm forgetting some other stuff. I did power steering pump. I did change that out because I was having a leak on it. So I changed the power steering pump. That's a new power steering pump. And we have no issues with the power steering. Kind of did a little T right there for the return. I don't really know which one's return and which one's feed, but all I know is made them work. This hose that goes from the back of the power steering pump goes up to the top of my Hydro Boost. I capped off the vacuum reference, and that's been working fine for me. I also did do a fuel filter with the fuel heater delete. So it's a little plate that goes between there. You get a different stud, and you just get rid of that, and then you just put the fuel filter on. No fuel heater plate no more. I'm trying to think. Stock clutch, slave, and everything. All this is from the Dodge. I just had to cut that up, and behind it, these things kind of like, they go in this, like they stick in and you turn them, and that's kind of how it comes off, and you stick it in and you turn it and it locks. So that same little mechanism, I got it off of the Dodge, and I welded it into the back of this firewall. I'll show you guys the clutch pedal here in a bit. But yeah, all that stock, the line, everything. I ain't touched that. I had to change the lineup or nothing. Oh, new tensioner. So new serpentine tensioner and a new belt. And I also got rid of the clutch fan, obviously. So we did E-fans. And then I did valve cover gaskets because these were leaking bad. I still do think I'm gonna have to do injectors. If you look there, that one looks like it's been leaking. So like that one looks like it's leaking. Yeah. Dude, this phone zooms in pretty good. Camera on this one should be a little better, hopefully. I'm trying to think what else. Obviously, I think I showed you guys the mount for the transmission. Dry shaft, it's a two-piece, so the front half, I got that cut, and I got the Dodge yoke that goes into the Dodge trans, welded onto the OBS's drive shaft and cut it to length and everything, so that's all good and balanced. Trying to think, show you guys. So that's where the shifter ended up at. I still gotta fix this here, but that's where my shifter's at. I gotta get a shift boot. Here's the clutch pedal. This clutch pedal is the Dodge truck's clutch pedal as well. And yeah, so I made a little hanger up there for it. You can kind of see where it hangs off of. And then you kind of see my shitty welds. It's very hard to get something welded in here. But yeah, that's the plate that I welded, and that clicks onto that thing. So it is what it is. It works. No issues there. And I guess we can go on to the interior now. So interior, I'll try to put some pictures and videos if I got some of what the interior looked like. But it used to be gray, all faded. I still need this trim here for this and for that side, but went ahead, I bought some paint, interior paint, painted this whole door panel. I mean, damn near every plastic interior, all of this, all of that, everything. I mean, everything. I got these seats just nicer. These are off of 94 though, if you know, because they stopped using this type of pattern, but I love this pattern. So they look nice. They're better than the bench I had. The old bench was all torn up and beat up. Got this in here. I also got me this carpet from another truck. I haven't put my seat belt. I think they're back here. Yeah, I haven't put my seat belts back in, so that'll cover. That kind of covers. It's like a big square that covers this up. Brought the floor mats with me, so we got the floor mats, factory GM floor mats. And then the big thing, changed out the cluster, the whole dash on this truck. So this thing used to have what would be a 98 work truck dash, which would have gone straight like this. And you see how this one drops? This is from like a 96. But no cracks whatsoever on the dash, which is the main reason why I changed this out. And then I went ahead and painted it to match, the rest of the interior. Glove box, all this bottom part is all different. Same gauge bezel, but just painted it, same thing. Masked all the black stuff apart and painted the outside. And then we did gauges. So gauges, we got the gauges working. So this platform, this plastic here is the factory cluster's clear plastic. And then I took the cluster out, and all you're left with is a clear, like a clear plastic bezel thing, just like that. It's flat. Then I just cut out all my holes for the gauges, put up my gauges. Behind it, I did all my wiring for the gauges, and then I just wrapped the plastic black. So I haven't cleaned it because it leaves a bunch of finger marks, but I wrapped it black, and then I just put my gauges on there, and that's it. Wire them up. They're all hooked up. Like I said, we got oil pressure, voltage, boost, coolant temp, and then we got fuel level. We also did a steering wheel, forever sharp steering wheel. So I got the adapter and all that good stuff with the horn working, so that's pretty cool. Installed the stereo back in this thing, so stereo works, got system sound on it. The AC controls and all that stuff, I can't find them, so either way it doesn't work. I don't have AC or heater on this thing, but you know, just to kind of cover that up. Other than that, I'm trying to think what we need. So I got the headliner at home, I got it off. I ordered suede, and I'm gonna wrap it in suede, hopefully some black suede, and should put that back in here soon, and it should look pretty good, hopefully. Other than that, get my trims for the door right here, and I think we're set, guys. I don't know what else I'm gonna do to this thing from the inside. I think that's all I wanted. It's already come a long way from, you know, the vinyl plastic floor, the torn up single one-piece bench, cracked up dash. I mean, the stock steering wheel, it just looks so much better now. I mean, you turn these gauges on, it look good. I mean, come on now, that looks good. You can't tell me that don't look good. So I'm pretty happy with it. I've been driving it around. It drives, you know, pretty good. I mean, I already drove this truck before when it was the stock 350 in it, and it, you know, it drives the same way basically. It just makes all the cool noises and stuff. But trying to think, is that all I've done? Yeah, I mean, you know, it sounds like a little bit. I mean, like, you know, you can sum it up pretty quick, but it's fucked in work. It's a lot of work. Here's the oil pressure sensor. So I took out the little plug that was in here and plugged up my oil pressure sensor, ran the wire to the gauge, you know, gave it ground and power and all that good stuff. Here's the boost reference behind the charge pipe. So I just drilled and tapped that for 1/8 inch MPT. That's my boost reference. And then back there is the that right there is my coolant temp sensor. So did that, and then obviously voltage just needs to hook up to ground and power, and it, you know, kind of reads the voltage off of that. Trying to think. The reason, and by the way, if you guys can kind of tell, my engine bay on this side is super dirty. Looks all oily. I did have a little incident. You guys can see that little brass that brass little plug right there. There used to be, that's where the factory oil pressure sensor goes, and that thing, I guess it just broke or something. But I was just driving it and it just started spewing out all the oil everywhere on this side. So it all got fucking dirty and, you know, just full of oil and leaked it everywhere. So I gotta clean it. But yeah, I guess I'll fire this thing up and call it a day. I don't know what else to really talk about. There's not much, you know, we got everything done. But yeah, so there she is, guys. I mean, I guess this video will be the one that concludes 12 valve swap dually. Like I said, I got probably another video. I want to drop the rear a little bit. If you look at it, it's got a rake, so the rear is higher than the front. I want to drop the back down. So I'm thinking removing the helper springs, and then I got a 2-inch drop shackle. And I think that'll do it. And then I still have the 10 lug Alcoas that I kind of want to, I for sure want to put them on, but I got to get them milled, polished. I got to buy brand new, 6 brand new 22-inch tires. It's going to get pricey. So I don't know if I want to go that deep into this one, but yeah. For now, the exhaust where it's dumped at, it's gonna stay. I may go ahead and do it to the rear. I don't know yet, but for now, it's fine. All right, guys. So I think that's gonna be the end of this video. Like I said, finally done with the 12 valve swap. Like I said, it's a little engine loom that I want to do to it, little stuff like that, clean some stuff up, but overall the 12 valve swap on the seal cab dually is done. So yeah, next video on this truck, maybe I'm going to drop the back. I'm going to drop the back, and that's about it. The wheels are still kind of 50-50 toss up. I don't know if I still want to do them or not. I got to find somebody who'll mill them and see how long it'll take me. It's gonna take too long. I kind of just want to get this truck already sold and on to the next. I got 3 more trucks sitting at home that I need to get started on. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment down below what you think about the dually swap, and hit the little bell thingy for notifications, and we'll see what the fuck else we do. All right, stay safe, guys. E-brake.